Hey guys, I'm Greg Hardy and welcome to my channel. The financial profiles of young adults in America today differ significantly from those in previous generations. Their net worth is generally lower because they have fewer assets and more debt. This is a trend that mirrors the broader economic conditions affecting families all across the country. Increasingly, more people have incomes insufficient to cover living expenses, hindering their ability to save, invest, and build future wealth. I do not want this to be you. I recently did a video on average net worth by age, which broke down what the median and average net worth is from your 20s all the way through your 60s. That video has done quite well, so I wanted to take it a step further and give you important financial milestones that you should accomplish in each of those age ranges, starting with your 20s. Let's face it, establishing solid financial goals might not be at the top of your priority list, but know that your 20s can lay the groundwork for the rest of your life. Establishing detailed financial goals early can really help you to make more informed decisions and build healthy financial habits later in life. So that's what we're going to do in this video. We're going to go over several things that you can do now to set yourself up for success later. Guys, my goal with this video and with every video that I make is to give you more knowledge and insight than you had before you began watching it. If I can do that, I ask that you hit that like button. And if you want to grow your wealth, consider subscribing to this channel so that this video can reach a wider audience and help even more people. I think the greatest compliment that I can receive is for people to subscribe to this channel. Thank you in advance for doing that. Let's get started. In order to have a financial plan, you have to have a solid foundation. That's where a budget comes in. The habits you create in your 20s can last throughout your lifetime, so why not make them good ones? Whether you went to college or not, and you just started your career earlier, you're probably starting to make some real money now. I've said this before, but creating a budget tells your money where to go instead of wondering where it all went. Some of the most important aspects of budgeting is to keep you from overspending, being more intentional with your money, plan for emergencies, and save for retirement. Budgets just give you a sense of direction and stability. A budget is a plan for all of your expected expenses, and it takes the guesswork out of spending and allows you to know how much you have at any given time. It should eliminate the need for accumulating unnecessary debt and running up high credit card balances. Plain and simple, a budget gives you peace of mind. I recently posted a video on personal finance for beginners that covers some of the more popular budgeting methods that I encourage you to watch after you watch this one. I'll leave a link in the description or the comments below. Speaking of planning for emergencies, that's where this emergency fund comes into play. An emergency fund is money that you set aside for the unexpected expenses you might face, like car or home repairs, hospital and doctor visits, and even job loss. Your emergency fund goal should be somewhere between 3 to 12 months worth of living expenses. And if an emergency fund is used, your household should replenish it first above any of your other savings goals. Dave Ramsey breaks down your emergency fund into two categories: a starter emergency fund, and a fully funded one. Before you start to tackle paying off debt, it's imperative that you do all you can to save $1,000 for a starter emergency fund. This is a starter fund and not the fully funded one. Without the small safety net, any unforeseen expense that you might have can eliminate any progress that you've made towards reducing your overall debt. Once all non-mortgage debt is paid, then you make a push to max out your emergency fund. Getting out of debt is an excellent goal to have, especially debt that has high interest rates. I recently read an article that had a very alarming stat. A survey of consumer finance analysis reveals significant wealth disparities between young households with and without student loan debt. College-educated young adults without student loan debt have a median net worth of $64,700, about 7 times higher than those with student loan debt, who have a median net worth of $8,700. For young adults without a bachelor's degree and no student loan debt, have a median net worth of $10,900, 9 times more than the $1,200 of those without a degree but with student loan debt. Despite similar household incomes, students with debt accumulate less wealth, partly due to higher overall levels of debt. College-educated student loan debtors have a total debt load of $137,010, nearly double that of their debt-free counterparts at $73,250, while less educated student loan debtors owe $28,300, over 10 times more than their debt-free peers at $2,500. Also, households with student loan debt are accumulating less wealth, mostly due to the fact that they have relatively large amounts of other debt as well, from car loans to credit card debt. I wanted to bring this to your attention now so that you can be aware of the potential pitfalls of debt before it becomes overwhelming and affects your financial future later in life. One method to eliminate debt is the debt avalanche method, which focuses on making minimum payments on all debt and using any extra funds to pay off the debt with the highest interest rate first. You repeat that cycle until all debts are paid. The other is the debt snowball, in which you pay off the smallest debt first, regardless of the interest rate. When the smallest debt is paid in full, you roll the minimum payment you were making on that debt into the next smallest debt payment. As each debt is paid, the amount you apply to the next debt gets larger and larger. Once you have eliminated or avoided debt is when you should consider saving for retirement by opening a 401k at your employer, if it's offered, and a Roth IRA on your own. Both are advantageous as they can help you build a solid foundation towards your retirement. Now, I know a lot of people in their 20s think they have plenty of time before retirement, and you're right, you do. But by contributing towards your retirement in your 20s, it can put you so much further ahead than if you just waited 10 years. A Roth IRA is an amazing investment tool since all the gains that are made are tax-free. Since a Roth IRA is made with your after-tax dollars, you don't have to pay taxes upon withdrawals in retirement. As soon as you're able to open one, do it. Even if you can't max it out, anything that you put in there will have decades and decades to grow. Being young, compounding interest is your best friend. If you work for a company that offers a 401k, open one and invest, especially if they offer a match. If your company offers, say, a 5% match, invest 5% and you've received 100% return on your money. Since a 401k is made with pre-tax contributions, that means it will lower your taxable income. At some point in your 20s, you may decide you want to be a homeowner. If one of your goals is to purchase your first home, then you need to work this into your financial plan. Once you have a fully funded emergency fund, begin putting money aside for a home. The reason you need your emergency fund full is because owning a home is expensive, and that blessing of homeownership can turn into a nightmare really quick if something expensive breaks. I would put the down payment savings into a high-yield savings account, similar to your emergency fund. You'll get some extra money on top of what you're already contributing. I would be very hesitant, though, to invest your down payment money, especially in the short term, as one market downturn could have lasting effects on that money and could set you back even further. Here's a bonus tip. Avoid lifestyle inflation. Lifestyle inflation happens when people spend more money as they earn more. This means that even though their income goes up, they don't save or invest much because they use that extra money for a nicer lifestyle. For example, they might buy a more expensive car, eat out more often, or move to a bigger home. Over time, this can make it hard to save for important things like retirement because the higher expenses eat up that extra income. To avoid lifestyle inflation, it's important to be careful with spending and focus on financial goals. One way to do this is to set savings and investment goals and make sure to put money aside for these before spending on other things. Automating savings can help ensure that part of each paycheck goes into savings or investments automatically. Creating and following a budget that includes both needs and long-term goals can also help control spending. Reviewing the budget regularly and avoiding unnecessary upgrades can help maintain financial stability. By being disciplined and focusing on saving, it's possible to enjoy higher income without falling into the trap of lifestyle inflation. To build a solid financial foundation, starting with a budget is crucial. Good financial habits established in your 20s can last a lifetime. A budget helps you manage your money effectively, preventing overspending, planning for emergencies, and saving for retirement, thereby providing financial stability and peace of mind. Creating an emergency fund is essential for the unexpected expenses, with a goal of saving between 3 and 12 months of living expenses. Dave Ramsey suggests starting with a $1,000 emergency fund before paying off non-mortgage debt, and then fully funding it after debt is cleared. Prioritizing the repayment of high-interest debt like student loans and credit cards is important due to its impact on wealth accumulation. Two methods for debt repayment are the debt avalanche, which involves paying off the highest interest rate first, and the debt snowball, which is paying off the smallest debt first. After reducing debt, consider investing in retirement accounts such as a 401k or a Roth IRA. Contributing to these accounts early maximizes the benefits of compound interest and employer matching contributions. Finally, Set savings goals for major purchases such as a home. Ensure your emergency fund is fully funded before saving for a down payment, and consider using high-yield savings accounts to grow these funds safely. If you want to learn more about growing your wealth, then check out this video right here. But before you do that, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you all so much for watching. I really hope you liked this video and that you got something out of it. I'll see you in the next one.